Well, the markets are tumbling, right? Maybe. I think, well, we've been saying that, they've been getting ahead of themselves for quite some time, right? So is it unexpected? No. But I'm going to tell you this. These doom and gloomers are telling you left and right, the USA is going down. And there could be something out of the blue that could happen. This could have always happened. There could be a nuclear war. I don't know. I mean, something could happen someday, But what's going to really happen as far as like what we can really ironcladly forecast, yeah, the markets are going down. But you see what's going on over the Middle East with ISIS and stuff. Some are saying, yeah, it's partly the U.S. is doing something to foster tensions. And you see what's going on over there is you actually have a religious war going on between Sunni and Shiite Muslims. That's what's going on. And it's going to get bigger, man. And, to tell you the truth, a lot of the blame is going to just be blame pinned on Israel. But I'll tell you what, if Israel was established in the Great Rocky Mountains someplace in the United States, and that was their new homeland, and they all just got up and booked and decided to make a temple over there, you tell you the truth, that would be my plan if I was, Jewish. I'm like a kind of a supporter, but I'm not like Jewish per se. But, I'd be like, hey, let's go to the Rocky Mountains, man. Let's forget about this Middle East stuff, you know what I mean? You start some weed farms or something. We'd have a nice product. We can make a lot of money. And the hell with it, right? And heal everybody of cancer. Be like an Indian reservation inside the United States with cannabis for sale for everybody. Cannabis cigarettes and whatever. Cannabis soup. I don't know. But the USA is not going to go down per se. I think, the middle class is going to get hit. I've been saying this all along. And I know the lizard skin guy, the pastor lizard skin guy, not lizard person, but he's lizard skin. He says that a lot too. But, I kind of agree with that deal partly. But, it's my own little rationale. I can see what's going on. Hey, it's about money, right? The oil companies got it all set up now. It looks like the United States is, we're one of the top oil producers in the world. But on top of that, this is the only place that has stability, and there's not like all these religious factions fighting each other and all this political instability like what's going on in other parts of the world. I mean, even Venezuela has stuff going on, right? I mean, they got the problem with the Bolivar getting revalued every few years, and they issue new Bolivar, and it's all screwed up. I mean, and you look what's going on in the Middle East, and you look like what's even going on where the new exploration might be in the South Pacific and Spratly Islands. There's all kinds of tensions and people like fighting over that same oil supply, that new oil supply that may be there by the Spratly Islands. The Philippines, China, Vietnam, and Malaysia all saying they own it. Well, in the United States, man, everything is, despite, I know we most of my audience is American, but most people in Canada, oil is like really stable. I mean, the political environment, economic, we look at it over here, we're saying, oh, it's all going to fall apart, but it's very stable compared to the rest of the world. Where it's going to fall apart is if 1/3 of the Iraq, I say it Iraq anyway, but goes offline, oil's going way up. I don't know when it's going to happen because it's going down right now. That's because it went down with the markets, But, like I said, a Middle Eastern event will cause the markets to go down and oil to go up. Bad PMI will cause all that stuff to go down. Now, I know there's a load of people out there right now getting on with the fear-mongering, and I'm like, the markets are going down, it's the end of the world, the dollar's going to go away, we're all going to die. Hey, fuck you people, man. I'm really sick of these yo-yos. But, I'm really like, not even against them so much, people can do what they want, but, it's almost like the H.G. Wells' The Martians have landed radio skit they did back in the late 1930s, and even though they told them it was a radio skit, people were jumping off of roofs. Oh, it's human nature. So, anyway, but here's what I see. the guys on the top are going to make a whole lot of money. And see, that's where your gold and silver is going to go up, because if oil goes up a lot, well, your food's going to go up a lot, and Jim Rogers is going to make a lot of money going, hey, I own the food companies, I invested in agriculture, and you got to eat, and you got to pay me. He's a nice guy, man. Yeah, he is. Anyway, so, you know, it's gonna do its thing. But I know there's going to be a lot of anti-Semitism out there. Now, I know yesterday I put something out about Louis Armstrong always wore a Star of David. You know, I wasn't even thinking about what was going on in the Middle East. I don't even pay attention to what's going on in the Middle East. There's always something going on in the Middle East, in Israel, the Gaza Strip, like Iraq, Iran, Syria, Jordan, or Egypt. I don't even listen to 99% of that stuff because it's an endless stream of all kinds of stuff. I live in the good old USA where there's relative calm, peace, and tranquility. Now, I put that thing out yesterday about Louis Armstrong because I found that interesting, because you know what? Even though I'm not Jewish, and I don't kiss their ass, man, I'm telling you right now, because I give them a lot of shit, because I don't think all those German Nazi guys were so damn bad, except the ones on the top. The little ones on the bottom were brainwashed. And I do get in trouble for saying that to them, but you know what? I wear a Star of David. You know what that means? I don't know. It means, like, I support the little guy. You know what I mean? Jews are always getting picked on for freaking bullshit. And I'm telling you right now that, you know, it's like I could take every freaking time out of history and I could find people that wanted to take over the world. You know, they say there's some Zionist someplace says, oh, yeah, we got to have it because, you know, I know it's in religion. There's something they say like it's, well, you know what? This is the way it's supposed to happen. It's just going to happen. You don't force the issue. You don't plan it by, you know, you try to make it happen. You don't try to set up a political system or an economic system where Israel controls the world. It just happens. See, it's you know, that's really the way it should be. You know, it just happens. You know, if you try to force it by doing it like man-made actions, you know, it's not a good thing. It just happens. It just happens. You know, whenever it happens, fine. That's the way I look at it. I pretty much agree with him a lot on a lot of stuff, but I don't really, I'm not Jewish, man. I'm actually Catholic, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the hell. I mean, I don't really think about religion that much. I'm not super religious. But I support him, you know, so I wear a Star of David. But I don't like going around showing it to people. This is the first time I showed it on this channel, and I always have it covered up. I don't show it to anybody. But that's why I put out that video on Louis Armstrong. Because I was like, oh, that's weird. He wore one. I was like, it's interesting. So I put it out. I mean, I wasn't like trying to kiss up to nobody's ass or nothing. That's all I was doing. I was just, you know, I'm wearing one. But I put, you know, now people are going to get mad at me. And I'm like, so I was like, I didn't want to mention it. But then I says, you know, that's why I put out the video on Louis Armstrong. You know? I mean, these you know, freaking, you know, I mean, I don't even like, you know, when people pick on these German gate guards from like 70 years ago. The guy says, here, take this gun and walk around the perimeter of the camp. This guy don't know what the hell he was doing. He's 18 years old. Now he's being dragged over there for like a trial. And I'm like, you know, I think that's bullshit, you know? I mean, I don't know what the hell went on back then. I know there's Nazis on the top were freaking assholes and a half. But I think a lot of other people were just stupid idiots, you know? But, you know, the same kind of junk's going on today because Jews are getting blamed for every freaking stupid thing there is, and it's bullshit. And I know it's bullshit because, you know, this is the same kind of freaking crap that always goes on. And I think the real elite got it in for them. The real elite are freaking devils. They got it in for Israel and the Jews. They're real elite. You know, I think they're getting set up. So anyway, the real elite are probably the guys with the big oil companies over here in the USA that like they can, yeah, let's get the Muslims to go kill each other so the price of oil could go up. They're going to make a lot of money. And that's actually when the gold and the silver is going to go up. But that doesn't mean the USA is going to fall. But there's going to be a load of idiots out there on a YouTube channel saying, yeah, the USA is full and the elite are going down. Here, click my PayPal button. Give me a freaking, go to my blog and, yeah, pay me money. And I'm trying to save you by my freaking bullshit. And I'm going to wear a tie and tell you that, too. Oh, man. come on. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I just think for myself, you know. I piss off a lot of people, to tell you the truth. So, but I think for myself, man. I don't kiss nobody's ass. You know, I don't kiss nobody's ass. I mean, I told, if I was, you know, freaking saw Bloomberg, I'd tell him, you're a fucking prick, man. You're a little freaking dictator. You were the dictator of New York City. I'm not going to kiss his ass. But I don't have, you know, see, I generally support Jews, man. I think they're good people. All right? So, but, you know, I put my thing about Louis Armstrong yesterday because I've been wearing one for years. But I never advertise it, you know. But I figured I'd tell you because that's why I put it out. But the USA is not going down, man. I mean, come on. I mean, you know, if you're over in some other place... See, the problem is most people haven't been around in different parts of the world to see how screwed up all these other countries actually are, man. And they are screwed up. I mean, they might look good on the surface when you're getting down with the regular people and their stuff, but you get caught up in their freaking, you know, their policio, whatever the hell it is, and all this other shit. Man, they're screwed up. They got big-time rackets going on in these other countries, far more so in the United States. And we got the power to fix any damn thing, but, you know, we got a bunch of little giddy wimps following around the freaking fearmongers left and right. But what's going to happen, I'm going to tell you, I think is... The game is to really push up the oil prices. The elite are going to actually squeeze the hell out of the middle class when they do that. But that's not going to be the United States is going down. Not at all. Not at all. Now, actually, what I'm going to be doing here pretty soon, I got to do some more work on my little Suzuki Samurai. I got to do the wheel bearings and shit, whatever the hell it is. I'm going to get one of those HHO kits, and I'm going to test it. I want to see what kind of mileage you get out of that puppy. Because you know what we ought to be doing? We ought to be going back to old school all the way and, you know, getting the old engines with the carburetors and stuff like that. And, you know, the motorcycles, the carburetors. I would like to even know how to put one on my Harley. I don't think that thing's got enough electrical output to put that. But, you know, they could charge all the hell they want for gasoline. But if I'm getting like double the mileage, who cares? Who cares, right? And, you know, if everybody cuts back the demand... it's going to actually bring the price down. You know, and you see, the problem is, you know, we could have done this years ago, but people sit on their lazy chair and they don't do it. You know, they go out and buy themselves a latest Kia, Hyundai, whatever, you know, some BMW, whatever the hell it is, and they don't like do anything like old school, man. You know? So anyway, I don't know. And like I said, I ain't Jewish, but I pretty much... I think they're all right, man. Tell you the truth, I think they're all right. Well, anyway, over and out because the sky's not going to fall in. It's bullshit. You're going to waste your time following all this shit about giddy rumors and stuff, and I'm going to try to put more practical stuff out on stuff. And yeah, I know there's that deal with the Ebola virus. I was trying to look up, is there a frequency to kill Ebola? I don't know, maybe there is, but eventually. You know, we might have some of this stuff with this frequency stuff I was talking about with, you know, the medical possible or health and healing and wellness and feeling better. That stuff may solve you all the problems you got in a real way more than anything else, you know. Even like where you feel like, hey, you know, I feel depressed. It might help you there. Frequency's going to help you there. You know, I want to get into more practical stuff instead of freaking scare the crap out of people and keep them on the edge of the chair. Like a freaking soap opera drama in a daytime soap opera drama, like these other freaks are doing left and right. And they do what you want, though. I mean, it's a free country. I ain't telling you who the hell to watch. I mean, for the most part, people are watching those other guys. You're like, yeah, the sky is falling. But I'm telling you right now, the USA is not going to be going down. The guys on the top are going to be making a lot more money on this oil deal. And I think the real elite are like, they're really devils, man. I don't think they got a religion. They're just like, I don't know what the hell they are, man. They just they don't think anybody is anything. You know, that some of the people I came across with a lot of money, they thought everybody was like freaking cockroaches or insects. They didn't think nobody is nothing. And it didn't matter what background they were or religion or not. That's how they all think. But what I'm kind of picking up is with all the actual regular people kind of, average people starting to think, oh, it's Israel's fault, it's Zionists. Hey, dude, that's the elite playing that game, man. They're freaking misleading people again. It's almost like freaking German Nazism's taking root all over again or some garbage. And, I ain't for that. I'm sticking up with Israel and the Jews, man. Even though right now, they're the little guy. It's like me doing that is going against the grain. But you know what? That's what I do. I go against the grain. I think for myself. That's the way I do it. That's why I still got my Harley, what I bought from 1989. I still got it. I still got a lot of shit that I bought from, I don't freaking change like the way these other people do. I got to go along with the latest, greatest. Nah, I don't do that. Anyway, over and out, the elite are going to still be strong in this country. The USA is not going down. Middle class is going to get squeezed. But when oil goes up, gold's going to go up, and so is your silver, so it'll save your ass. Just remember that.